All right, guys, we're getting ready to wrap this van up. She's coming on the 22nd to get it. And I want to show you guys some of the water stuff that I've got going on here, some of the electrical stuff that I've done. Because when we do the tour, Jane's not going to know her system well enough to walk you guys through it. We're going to walk through it right now. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the garage area. I love to use these Bluettis. You guys all know that have been following the channel. And I've got this Iceco Glide in here that Jane picked up. And I gotta say, I doubt I'll ever put another AC300 in without the Iceco refrigerator glide or one that is close to it. That is a beast of a glide and so much better than the heavy duty glides that I'm using. Typically, it's got the holes for you to strap it down. And it's just perfect. Now, over here on the side, she's got her 12-volt fuse panel, her WeBoost, and she'll have a surge protector down here for her AC wires. And then, typical plug for the 12-volt fuse panel that I love to do. And she's got 2 solar wires here because she's got 400 watts of solar on the roof. So, this pulls out. And she has got plenty of room here to look in here at her system. Now, this is the Bluetooth system. So I made it so she can pull it out just to like clear faults and, you know, that kind of stuff. If she can't get her app open. But that thing is Bluetooth, so it's not going to have any problem. And you can see there is plenty of room around here for ventilation. It does vent out the back here as well. Now, her power cord's right there. I'm keeping that plugged in because before Jane got here, over here, she had a shore power already in her van. So that stayed right where it was at. She's got the 30 amp port outside. I left that alone. And right next to it is a 30-gallon freshwater tank. You can see I've got water in it. And she's got a shutoff, just a block right there so that doesn't slide back. Her vent tube and her fill line. This is so easy for clients, and it's so much better than putting it on the side of your van because you've got to put it so high up, and then you've got it coming out here, and I wanted her to have this deep storage. You see her tool bags back there, her extra Bluetti cords, her battery jumper, and this is her shower nozzle, and that goes to a shower right here. Now, I put a top on it here. This comes off. It's not secured yet. That comes off so that if need be, you can access all the connections on that shower line. And back there is her water pump and strainer and accumulator. So, no wasted space back there. But you can put some hiking sticks back there. Or maybe her oar for her kayak. But plenty of storage on top. Plenty of room for her to access all this when needed, and even room to store her water hose there if she wants to. And then a kayak's going to go here. And for right now, I just have some of her storage stuff there. And then her shelf for her supplies that she wants. This stuff will be gone, but she can store her shore plug. That's her shore power adapter. So let's walk around. I want to show you this water setup. Guys, this is her water setup, and I know it looks like a hot mess, but a floor is going to go in there, and it is going to all look nice and tidy when I'm done. But underneath the sink, she has got a Vevor diesel heater, and her fuel tank is right here. There's a door that's going to be here so that she can fill that. And let me show you what I did. Now, she does not have a hot water heater, a water heater. So this hot line has nowhere to go. So what I do is I put the 3/8 inch, which is the size of the regular faucet hose, 3/8. It's a shutoff valve. And then I connect it to a small piece of PEX and an end cap, end stop. So that if she ever decides to add a water heater to her van, all we got to do is clip this and put a piece of PEX connector on there, and she is good to go. This is a solid pipe, no connections behind the wall. This right here will be accessible. This panel can come off. And so it comes down to a water filter. It's got a shut off, and then it goes to the water filter. Every bit of water that goes into her sink is filtered. She does not have the ability to just filter her drinking water. Every bit of her water will be filtered through that water filter. So, and regular Camco drain, these are the easiest things in the entire world. I always clamp mine there. You don't have to. I don't want any client calling me and say, my sink's leaking. And then it goes to 3/4 PEX. All right, so now that all the plumbing is done, the diesel heater is completely installed. I've got a bottom in there, so she has all this room for storage stuff and accessing her water filter. And then this is going to get a back on it, but these lift up, so if I ever need to get in there and work on that heater, then I've got full access to it. And it ventilates. It ventilates under here. See that? That's all open under there, so that diesel heater pull air from the cab. All right, guys, this is underneath the van, and that white PEX, I turn it blue once it comes out of the van. This goes to her gray tank. Over here is her diesel heater that comes through the floor. The muffler goes and it vents out the side of the van. It also is behind the running board, so she has no chance of burning her leg on that muffler. And then the air intake back to this side of the van. A lot of times I do like to put the air intake in the front, but nobody runs these while they're driving. So the air intake back here is perfectly fine. It's far away from the muffler. Now, if she ever has a problem with her line, sometimes the gray tank, those ball valves get stuck. I've had to fix one on the road in Arizona for someone. They had to do some work on some here. And, dirt comes up while you're driving. It gets in those ball valves and then they get jammed. So I gave her an emergency. Now I can't open that up. I almost opened it. If I open that up, there's water in the gray tank. So if she ever cannot get her gray tank to drain and it gets full, she can open this up, and in an emergency, she will be able to drain any water out of her sink, and the overflow from the gray tank will come out this valve. So that comes around, and then it goes to the other side of the van. Let me see here. There it is. Goes to the other side of the van. And then on the other side of the van is her gray tank, and we'll go over there and take a look at that. All right, underneath the van on the driver's side, you can see that's a special gray tank specifically made for the Ford Transit. Few extra bucks, but it slides right up in there. And the ball valve with a 90-degree PEX connector on it. So hopefully that will help prevent that thing from getting clogged. You can see the wiring going up there and the line coming in. So that wraps up the water setup.